Good evening, good morrow, and good day, and welcome to another edition of Slice and Dice, here with the Manylands campaign. We are into the 40s on episodes. I think we really need to stop talking about numbers now unless we hit milestones, because it's just getting a bit obscure. Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's session. So, before we jump in today, as per usual, guys, any points of order, any announcements, anything you'd like to let our streaming public know about?
Nope, all good.
Nope.
As per usual, no, we're good. Nice. Okay. Awkwardly, as per usual, I have a couple.
Shameless.
So,
plug.
firstly, I mentioned last week about a couple of animated series. I got those details slightly wrong, but it's actually episode 2 of Changing Tides, the fantasy series, came out yesterday. So you can find that up on Rainstorm Productions on YouTube. Go check it out and let us know what you think. Had a lot of fun voicing in that one and continuing to do so, doing an accent of some kind, which I'd rather not get into too much because it probably was very general or what have you, and I'm my own worst critic. But incidentally, your feedback is most welcome. Go check it out and see what you think. That's Changing Tides on Rainstorm Productions on YouTube. And speaking of YouTube, one other announcement I have today.
Shameless plug.
It's to do with Slice and Dice rather than just me, which is a lot more refreshing. So, as you may have seen in the panel on my left, as it alternates through, we have a brand new series on YouTube. It's not, funnily enough, actually about playing a game, as we are today, but it is more of a review series. There's many of them I'm sure you're aware of. Those of you who are into Dungeons & Dragons have probably seen some of these videos on YouTube before with other YouTubers and so on. This little section is called Don't Believe the Hype, and it's basically offering a counter argument, a sticking up for the underdog, for the underrated kind of features within Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. So we've kicked things off as released on Friday with my little segment on the Ranger, as probably the most maligned of the classes in 5th edition. So basically saying, you know what, the Ranger's actually pretty good. Let's give it some credit. So whether you agree or not with any of the views, maybe I'll be able to open and shed some light on some alternative views with that. Go and check that out on our YouTube channel. That's as I said, it's live on our Slice and Dice YouTube channel. And let me know your thoughts. And, of course, if you have any other ideas for other features of 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons that you'd like me to review, whether that's a class, subclass, spell, feat, any other sort of feature that's in the game, guys, I'm sure you have some things that come to mind as well. Please drop me some messages and I will set about getting those made eventually because, you know, you can't rush art, right? Anyway, that's enough shameless plugs for now. So shall we jump in then with tonight's session here on Slice and Dice? Thank you for that. Sorry, just in the break there, Marge. Just like, oh my god, guys, Slice and Dice is live. Like, yep, okay, Thank you. Well, that's derailed my
I'll be here all night.
Right. Anyway, hopefully we won't be here all night because, I know you guys need to get some sleep at some point. So, last time here on Slice and Dice, it was... there were many things that were covered in the last session. I'm going to start with the communication aspect because there was a little bit of a theme, actually, aside from the main thread, which you guys are currently on. I'll do that last in the recap. That makes sense. So, before setting off to Flaming Jak to find out about this fire that was on the horizon, this smoke, on the horizon. So Seth got Malar to assist him in trying to communicate Seth's sort of freelance employer that he only knows as the Cloaked Man. He gave Malar a description of the man and asked him to use the sending spell, and Malar did try this, but sending Seth's message didn't receive a response. However, through giving the message, the rest of the party learned that Seth's actual name, and it's been 40 sessions without knowing it, but his actual name is Kosef Withak. Kosef Withak. Interesting.
No one had asked for 40 sessions.
Nobody asked for 40 sessions. Yep, they just went, Seth, that's fine. And just left it at that. Left you to your privacy. Basically, Seth...
just stabby man.
Seth also used the message to inform about the Basilisk parts shipment, which he had employed the half-orc bouncer from Flaming Jak's to go and deliver. And also...
So glad the bouncer wasn't there for the fire. He's alive.
He's alive, yeah. Well, hopefully. And also mentioned... I don't think the egg was mentioned in the message itself.
I said I had the other stuff for delivery.
Yeah. So you basically promised that you had more stuff to deliver to the Cloaked Man in exchange for information about a certain daemon and the Red Mages. Unfortunately, there was no response to this message, so I guess it's kind of in doubt as to whether it sent to the right person, if it sent at all. It's... you've thrown it out into the ether, who knows? Equally, speaking of reaching out, the old voice that has been lingering around Seth and promising him great power tried it on again, promising him great power and also offering a cure for Fleeting Look, his friend's lycanthropy. But all he has to do is sign a contract. I mean, that's... nothing's going to go wrong there. That'll be fine. And finally, on communication, Leobrin used his Speak with Animals trait that he now has to speak to Horsey, almost a member of the group in his own right. We learned that Horsey actually is called Reginald before being sort of adopted by Seth and co. And this has not gone down well with Seth. Also, we learned that Reginald doesn't refer to you guys by your names or races because he doesn't know what they are, only that he refers to you as bipedal humanoids.
That's a word a horse knows.
It's a very sophisticated word for a horse, but there we are.
I think initially he called me a two-footer.
Probably. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, which Leobrin had to do a little... like second take on, like, I'm slightly taller than that.
Obviously, given that he has 4 feet himself, the fact that you guys have 2 is just staggering, and that's the first point of comparison for him, apparently. Anyway, on to the crux of the issue then. So you guys set off towards smoke that was seen on the horizon by the guards at Hilberg. They weren't going to be chasing it themselves, as they obviously have duties to attend to in looking after the citizens of Hilberg. So you went there yourselves. Actually, that was in the direction of Flaming Jak's, which is where you were hoping to go to try and get the bone dagger which you'd seen above the bar and had now gathered from the captive of the Red Mages, Royston the Bag, that the dagger was what the mages were after all along. Whoa! So on your way there, you encountered your old friend, associate, Callie Shallows, the investigator, who was delivering on her promise to return Seth's hat, which had been left in Halfrage. She did so, and also started to chat up Fleeting Look, which didn't go very well, and then also informed you about the fate of Flaming Jak. It had been burned to the ground and destroyed. You hastened over there with Callie and managed to save a couple of people from the wreckage. These were Mace Flint, a dwarf that once started a fight with Malar, and a lady named Giselle Shepherd, who had told you about werewolves, about what wolves that had been attacking her sheep, and it turned out to be a werewolf all along. So you managed to save them, and as well as this, you uncovered information from them about what had happened. Sketchy, but you managed to get some details. A creature, a very large creature composed of some sort of rock or malleable rock of some kind, burst through the inn, the tavern, just through one wall, but also was followed by somebody in a red cloak, and the place was burned with fire. It was burned down. So that much information you got. But you couldn't find any other survivors, and despite your search, you also found that the dagger was now gone, and there was no sign of Flaming Jak, or Jackman Winklebottom, to use his actual name, was not there either. But finally, after employing 4 rats to have a look around the place for more details, Nibbles finally, I think, proved himself by detecting an interesting smell, and followed the trail out of the inn, and the rest of you, after collecting what information you could, then decided to follow. I should note as well, I completely forgot to say, on hats, when Seth was given back his hat, Fleeting Look then produced the hat that he had commissioned and made at bits and pieces, which Seth then wore instead, offering his old hat to Fleeting Look to wear, which currently doesn't really fit because of the horns, but we'll work on that. So you guys are now heading into the forest following Nibbles on the trail of whatever this bittersweet kind of sour smell that Nibbles had picked up on leads to, hopefully in the direction of the dagger. As you guys start moving into the forest, you immediately are noticing just how dense the thicket is. The brush is very overgrown. It's difficult terrain getting through this area, and it's hard to keep track of Nibbles, actually, or at least visually, because of his just weaving in around all the long grass and so on. There's much to be done, folks. Following on from Nibbles. Fortunately, he does keep calling out to you telepathically, so you can just about follow him without needing to do any sort of checks for that. But as you start heading into the forest, high above, in a completely different plane, it would seem, 8 beings are looking down on their party's actions and are very interested in how things are going to develop. One of them pulls out a 20-sided die and rolls it across the floor. This, for those who are wondering, is fake dice, which hasn't been on the channel for a little while. Got to choose your moments with fake dice. Okay. Okay, this is a good one. So this is one from Drake Lazarus.
What I put in for it was we instantly find whatever we're looking for, and everything works out well. So,
oh my god, Tom!
It's a 1 in 20 chance, James. Okay, so I need everyone in the party to pick... Sorry. I need everyone to roll 2d6. And one at a time I will ask you to tell me what you rolled, okay?
All I heard was roll 2.
2 d6s. 2 6-sided die.
Cool.
Dice.
Roll 2. What are your results? 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2.
Okay, so firstly, Bart, what did you roll?
6, a 2 and a 4.
A 2 and a 4, okay. So for the rest of this session, your dexterity and your intelligence are swapped round. So the score for your dexterity is now the score for your intelligence, and your score for your intelligence is now the score for your dexterity.
Well, shite.
Yeah. Fake dice are having
Don't die.
I hate you. Go away. I never want to see you again.
Do a lot of like stonework checks because those are going to be so good right now.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
Who suggested this? We need to know.
This
who
was
the
Drake
hate-
Lazarus
Drake,
who
it's
suggested
Tom.
this. This was, I
There,
think, one of
there.
our early ones on the Discord chat. Which, guys, if you're watching and you haven't joined our Discord yet, first of all, why? Secondly, you can
Right.
do so. It's open, ready to go, and we have a lot of fun on there throughout the week. Anyway,
Yeah.
moving on.
See, join the Discord chat
And-
and you can do all sorts of terrible things to us. It's
You can
great.
mess with this
Yeah.
channel massively. James, what did you roll?
And if you join, you have to give only good fate dice because we're going to ban.
Sure.
I got a 7, 6 and a 1.
6 and a 1. Swap your strength and charisma round. You can probably
Ooh,
see
I'm
how I'm
strong.
doing this with the maths. Malar, what did you roll?
8. That's a 6 and a 2.
So swap your dexterity and your charisma round. I
Oh,
think that's not so bad for,
well,
I
okay.
suppose. for Malar. Fleeting Look, what did you roll?
I rolled a 9, a 4, and a 5.
Okay, 4 and a 5. Swap your wisdom and your intelligence round.
Aren't they both low?
Yeah. Again, it hasn't had a massive impact, that one. I think Brucon's has been the most impactful that I can recall so far. Because dexterity is your mustard, so that's it. Leobrin, it's more the bread than the mustard, really. Leobrin, what did you roll?
If you're using the system I feel like you're using, I get out this scot-free because I rolled doubles, 5 and 5.
Okay, I need you to roll one of those again.
Well, screw you.
Sorry.
Just roll
5 and 1, so strength and
And wisdom. Swap them
strength
round.
and wisdom. Yeah.
Okay.
Again,
Couldn't have
that's
swapped
not
your
too
your
impactful
con.
for you, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's a +2 and a 0.
Okay,
but I don't
there's a
really
bit
use
of a
them
swing
much.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't use. Yeah, but the crucial point here is how often do you use those abilities?
Yeah.
True.
Neris, what did you roll?
1 and 4.
Okay, that's strength and intelligence. Swap those round. Again,
Okay.
I think you're okay. with
I
your
was just
spells
like,
and things.
not 1 and 6, not 1 and 6. When I realized how you're doing this, I was like, not 1 and 6. For the love of all things sacred.
Yep. That is some janky stuff going on there. So the gods clearly have a sense of humour as they're looking down on the group and thinking, some of them need a bit more of a challenge, and one of them even goes, shove this up your balance.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Right.
Sorry.
I-
I'm going
I-
to a party to do list here.
I love
Brucon.
this, and please have this appear more than once on the fate dice because this is great.
So I'm just going into the to-do list here, and I'm adding for Brucon, find and dethrone God.
Brucon's got a personal vendetta now against any animal that is classed as a drake.
Yeah.
Always explosive fate dice, so this
All
could be
drakes.
interesting.
And one
Is
guy
my
called
one-
Lazarus.
Is my one of we still just instantly get everything right still on the dice? Or do I need to resubmit it? I'm fine with either option,
You know what?
I just need to
The
know.
sheet is actually quite far behind because obviously we haven't had as many fate rolls as there's been suggestions, so I don't think it's even come up on the sheet yet. But it's there.
I'll throw it in. I'll throw it in 5 more times on chat just to be safe.
Fine. Go for it. It's fine.
Spam it.
It's not like, any duplicates will be removed or anything. It'll be fine.
It'll be phrased slightly differently, and by the time it comes around, we will be level 20, and we will be fighting the big boss, and we will win.
Yeah. Hey, that's a great
That is
great
my
shout.
dream.
All right. So, I can only apologise for that, but hopefully it's all in good spirit and all could be good fun, hopefully. All right. That's an interesting one.
You got a
It's only
hashtag
pop-
fate dice.
Hope nobody's got any complex plans involving Brucon doing much of anything really today.
It's when we swap traits with other players, and someone just ends up with all the negative modifiers completely.
That affects.
That's gonna be great.
That's going to affect Brucon's pretty much the armor class, everything with Dexter. Anyway, let's not dwell on that. Let's move on.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, move on. Yeah, no worries.
Sorry, buddy. So, as you continue into the forest, as I said, it's dense, and we're only just entering into autumn, into I believe it's Festiva at the moment. So the canopy is still very much intact above you. It's clear that given the climate and so on, they're more deciduous trees here. The Oberyn, of course, would recognise lots of sort of oaks,
Trees.
Pines, some beech trees, that sort of thing. And the canopy itself, in places, it's starting to yellow, but for the most part, still very green. But yes, despite this, as you move further in Malar, it's getting difficult to see. It's quite dim in here. The sunlight isn't really getting through particularly well, and also we're now into sort of 6 p.m. So the light is starting to fade outside of the forest as well.
Hello.
So at one point, about maybe half an hour or so, you've maybe covered a mile or so in the forest. You hear that Nibbles abruptly stops. In fact, those of you at the front of the group, I'll take a marching order in a minute, notice him stand up on his hind legs and just kind of start sniffing in the air.
There's something. It's hard to smell it.
And it just starts searching around the ground. Make a little survival check for him. Perception check for him. I actually have a stat block for Nibbles, which I forgot I had. Which I pulled out.
Does Nibbles have to swap stats?
No.
Aww.
Because he's not a party member yet. Same as your.
Can I be
friends,
Nibbles for this session?
Well, I'm not sure how I can send that over to you, to be honest, in any quick time.
I'll just sit here and pine for my lost stats.
If it helps, he has a -3 to his strength checks, Nibbles. So
unless he swaps it with his
with his dexterity of +3, yeah. Okay, so he starts sniffing the air. And he looks confused and turns back to you.
There's something else here. It's like that.
And points at Horsey, which Seth you have alongside you.
Reginald.
I ready my crossbow and just sit on horses. Okay.
Reginald.
Not playing horsing.
Reginald.
I point the bow at Leo.
It's a difficult one.
It's very rude of you to not use his name.
It's really you to call him another name. And Nibbles, what are you smelling?
It's a horse. Whatever you call that one.
Which way?
This way.
And he kind of diverts off to the right a bit from the trail he seemed to be following before. So, from your viewpoint, going off to the right a bit.
We're not following the trail of destruction, are we? We're following a slightly different trail.
That's right. The trail, it's if you would like, because Nibbles was obviously using smell to look for things. If you'd like to, you can roll a survival check for those of you who are trained to have a look for tracks for the trail that you guys are following, and then let me know if you want to follow Nibbles or the tracks.
If only we had an underrated ranger, that would be really useful in survival checks.
And of course,
where will I ever find
MIA.
out? Where will I ever find out that all the good points for the ranger?
Well, James, you're in luck because our first video from Don't Believe the Hype is now live on our YouTube channel, which tells you all about the highs and lows of the Ranger. And I think, given the counterbalance, there's more highs than lows in the video. But yeah, go check that out and see just why you need a Ranger in your party. Okay.
If only we had one now.
Anyone rolling a survival check? Anyone at all?
Not proficient.
Nobody's proficient. Oh, okay. Well, that changes everything.
The Oberon will crack out Detect Magic and see if that helps.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Have we crossed any woodland beings like squirrels that you can ask for direction?
That's also a good point. I can check in with the wildlife.
There certainly would be some critters around in the forest because they couldn't go to any of the cons this year, so they're just hanging around in the forest. Sorry.
Wait. Let's Dr. Doolittle this shit.
Yeah. Okay. So detect magic first of all. So you get you notice, despite the fact that you couldn't really see him through the undergrowth, now with detect magic you can pick out Nibbles quite well. It's quite a dim but still a glow is coming from him. There's some element of magic about Nibbles as he scampers off. But in your immediate area, there's nothing out of the ordinary right here. But you can try and talk to some critters if you'd like. What is it you want to say?
Well, I'll look around and see if there's anything I can see. Otherwise, if I can't see anyone in particular, I'll be like, hello? Is anyone nearby? Cooey?
Yeah, we're right next to you. You okay?
I'm speaking in animal tongues.
Oh yeah, so he's just kind of squawking and
to be fair, I think as far as the spell is
still ask the
concerned,
same question. Leo, we're next to you. Are you okay?
Yeah, as far as the spell is concerned, it seems to be like whatever I'm saying, they understand. Whatever they're saying, I understand.
I thought that's how it worked, rather than you just making animal noises. Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. It's not really clear.
I think let's make a hard and fast rule and say you speak normally, but because of the spell, they can understand you. So the party can understand what you're saying too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Make a persuasion check. I think with the spell, I'll give you advantage on the check because you're trying to convince critters to reveal themselves.
Persuasion, you say?
Mm-hmm.
That is 27.
Oh my God! You are very compelling in your
I'm very
delivery. Very soft and welcoming, so that these creatures don't feel intimidated by your presence. And sure enough, after a couple of seconds, you see a squirrel, a grey squirrel, clamber down from one of the trees and just kind of looks up at you. You've still got the spell running, so you'll be understanding it's speaking back to you, right?
Yeah, it's like once I've cast it, it's on for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, fine.
Yeah, but it's not concentration.
And he goes, hey, was that you? Hey.
Yes, it was. Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey. What do you want? How can I help?
My name is Leobrun. What's yours?
Nuts.
That is a confusing name, but it's good. Lovely to meet you. Hi.
Hi, Nutsy.
What?
No, Nutsy. Just my friends call me Nuts, because... Anyway, not important. Can I help?
Okay. Thought you said something else. It was weird.
Yeah,
have you seen... similar to our friend Reginald here, a horse come through recently?
I hate Leo.
Horses, no. No horses, no. I did. There was not a horse, but it has a horse's legs. Yeah, and it's like, yeah. The clearing. I can show you the clearing. The clearing this way, and he starts climbing back up into the tree.
Clearing? Okay, sure. We can. Turns to the rest of the party members. We're following the squirrel to a clearing. I think it seems to be interested in. Let's find out.
The fuck has my life become? Following a rat, follow a squirrel. This is not going how I expected.
See, Leobrun marries Fae princess royalty and then becomes a Disney princess, kind of.
I want to
could be a
quit the
Disney
campaign.
Princess, why not?
I want to quit the campaign.
And we'll see how the campaign goes, because I mean, much like a Disney princess, he's very low on hit points.
Daddy, I don't want to be in the Manylands anymore.
Alrighty then. So, Leobrin, make a perception check as he's clambering up into the tree line. It's going to be quite hard to spot him.
Okie dokie.
So he's
Well,
a bit unaware of what's happening.
the wonder of what just happened is my perception is now better. Yay!
Hey!
But adding 2 to a 1 is still only a 3.
Oh, buddy, no. He immediately, you lose sight of him up in the trees as he starts clambering along.
Excuse me, Nutsy.
Yeah, this way. Yeah.
You may have to move slightly slower or keep calling to us because you are very wonderfully well camouflaged in this environment.
Okay, hang on. And he just dangles down from a branch, not too far away from you. Just kind of looks at you upside down. Hey, this way.
Hey,
follow me. Ow. And he falls down from the tree because I just hit my hand on the desk, so that's what happened. Falls down, bam, onto the floor, and he's like, oh, good job. It's got long grass, right? Okay, follow me this way. And he just starts hopping around the grass. His big tail is basically the largest indicator you have, and you can start following him through the thicket.
Yes.
All right.
Follow away.
Following the leader. So, guys, give me a marching order. Who's leading the way on this one?
Well, it would be Brucon, really, because he's the party's tank, having highly competitive AC and lots of hit points.
Yeah. To be fair, considering Leobrin is the one who is talking to the squirrel, Leobrin is definitely up the front.
Yeah.
I will probably be in the middle on Horsey with crossbow at the ready.
Okay. You're on Horsey with a crossbow at the ready. Did you say at the front, Seth, or at the back?
Middle.
Middle. Neither of those things.
I've got a tall perception of you.
Seth knows the safest place to be is hiding in the middle.
On the horse above everything.
Standard.
I'm going to assume that Fleeting is probably Seth adjacent. Malar will be in the rear with his.
How many normal-sized creatures can fit on Horsey?
One.
One comfortably.
Oh, and how many uncomfortably?
One.
Fleeting, would you like to get on the horse as well?
I would love to.
No, I'm not letting him on the horse.
Okay, so you're not going to let him on the horse, which means that it will have to be a
and
contested check.
No, I'm going to be saying it as he gets on. But Fleeting, no, sit, stay, bad, Fleeting.
Is Reginald saying anything at this point?
Reginald isn't aware what's happening just yet. He will
okay.
say something in a second. He will react. There will be an emote, I'm sure. So Fleeting, look, are you still going to try and get on the horse?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Fleeting, what are you doing?
Right. So for this is going to be a contested athletics check from Fleeting and Seth, as you kind of tussle to see who gets on, if Fleeting can get on the horse or not.
That relates to strength. Mine's better now.
Oh, how fortunate! The gods have been kind to you at the expense of your monk companion.
Gods are with me. Fuck you. Natural 1.
What excellent karmic justice that was. The gods are with me. 1. Please.
I take it all back. This is the best thing that could have ever happened.
23.
Okay, so you comfortably get onto the horse as Seth protests and just kind of slaps at you, but it doesn't do any damage, or it fails to stop you in any meaningful way. You feel Horsey, Reginald, he buckles a little bit under the weight of the tiefling in his heavy armor and Seth both being on him at once. And he just goes, "Oh, these bipedal humanoids."
That's fine. Leobrin lets that just fly where it is.
You notice he's now slower, so with you both on the horse, Horsey, his movement is halved as he's trying to carry both of you. I can't hear you,
This
James,
is
but I
animal
can imagine
abuse.
what you said there.
This is animal abuse. I won't stand for it.
Is Neris going to do anything about this?
No.
I think it was Martin.
Yeah.
I guess I will stand for it.
Marta's offended. Neris is fine.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
basically.
distinction between
I-
character and player.
I lost sound right as Fleeting got on the horse, so I would like to get
Oh.
off the horse.
You get off the horse. Okay. So now Fleeting Look is on the horse. Fleeting, what are you doing? Are you riding the horse?
I will stay on Reginald, thank you.
Okay. Fleeting Look is now on the horse, and Seth is now off the horse with a loaded crossbow.
I'm going to pet Horsey and just go, I'm so sorry for him.
Horsey just goes.
Well
What's
done,
that translate to?
Good. Well done for name wise.
He just scoffs, Leobrin. There's no
Okay.
words. Just, yes,
Uh,
that's what horse. That's every time a horse goes. They're just scoffing. They're just quite haughty or horsey. Yeah.
Stop making me hate my horse.
You don't know. You don't know.
You don't know.
Horsey's the best.
All right. So that happens. I've managed to lose Seth's base in all of that, so now you've got Fleeting space, so you're very blue. Anyway, so marching order then. We've got Leobrin in the front, we've got Fleeting and then Seth in the middle with Horsey, and Malar, would you say you were behind them?
Yeah, I'm in the rear.
In the rear. Brucon, where'd you like to be?
Well, like I said, Brucon would be very at or very close to the front
Yeah.
as the default vanguard option.
Okay, and I'll put
Brucon and Leo.
It's
Neris.
not going to end well for him, but that's the way it goes.
That's the way it goes. Way the dice roll. Neris, where would you like
It's
to be?
only one less AC than Leo.
Oh, Neris will walk somewhere in, like, I guess in the middle. Just right now, not too, like, like with Nibbles running away and running forward and everything. She's gonna be like looking around, but not really pushing point.
Mm-hmm. Yep, no problem at all.
I've forgotten. Are we following a rat, a squirrel, or a horse? I've lost track of what our animal companions
So
are.
you're following a squirrel. Literally, Oberyn knows is called Nutsy, and Nibbles is also conveniently is going in that direction as well because he was following the smell, and the squirrel is leading you in the same direction. You only notice this later on when you get to a sort of clearing in the forest, and you hear,
Oh, hey, this way. Well, hang on. Who's this?
and the squirrel just looks up at the rat and turns back and just starts chittering just because the spell's worn off by this point, Leo, where it's been over 10 minutes. So it's just like chittering at you and then just jumps onto your shoulder.
I cast it again.
Okay. He's like, hey, whoa, rat, ho, whoa, who's this? Hey!
Yes. The rat is his name is Nibbles. He is also our friend. Nibbles, this is Nutsy. Nutsy, this is Nibbles.
Hey!
Hey,
They look uneasily at each other.
I don't like his tail very much.
Now, everyone is different, but everyone is equally valid.
What'd he say? And then you realise that Nibbles was communicating telepathically with you, but not with him.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, what's going on? Anyway, the horseman, over here, this way. And he points out towards. So in the clearing, you can see that there is a collection of rocks at its center. It looks like boulders, but it's strange that they are in this location that doesn't. There's not. You're not particularly in the mountains or anything. The forest, in fact, is far below the foothills of the Ratgaret Mountains. So in itself seems a little bit strange that there's this small collection here. That being said, however, probably stranger than that, for most of you anyway, is the movement of a being beyond these rocks on the sort of edge of the forest line across the clearing. That unfortunately, Malar, you wouldn't be able to see this because of your lack of dark vision. But for the rest of you, you see, well, for lack of a better word, you see a centaur moving along on the edge. It seems to have spotted you. It kind of stands alert, almost in the same way as I guess a gazelle or an antelope would, when they sense there's a predator watching. It immediately pulls out a very large longbow and notches an arrow, aiming towards you, but has not let go yet. What would you like to do?
Hello.
This Brucon kind of like looks around and goes, something very strange is happening here. There's a sort of horse person. Is that normal?
Jack, I imagine, are there centaurs in Manylands?
You know of centaurs in Manylands. One of the few beings that would dominate the forest floor of Manylands, whereas most of society, the elves and half-elves would be up in the trees. But you very much are aware of centaurs, and you I guess you would know that they speak Elvish and Sylvan.
Are you wearing a red cloak?
No, sir, it's not.
Well, in
Red cloaks are equal opportunity employers.
In Sylvan, then we'll try. Hello.
Who goes there?
Us. My name is Leobrin. This is my friend.
Neris is gonna say, and I'm Neris in Elvish.
In Elvish, you see, as you speak in Elvish, you see the centaur's elf-like ears kind of pricks up. For a bit of a description, for the most part, bottom half is that of like a chestnut horse. Top half more humanoid-looking, but again with this kind of chestnut tone. Some features are sort of a lighter skin color, and there are stripes in places, but it looks like they've been painted on, some sort of camouflage. Face is quite long, eyes wide set apart. There's something, I guess, of the horse about their facial appearance as well. But yes, the elven ears, very large, very built form, like a very obvious defined six-pack, and like the whole shebang on the arms and legs. They're very muscular individual centaurs. And this longbow is freaking huge. Anyway... in Elvish its ears prick up, and it puts the bow down for a second to one side and just bows. And in Elvish, back to you, Neris.
Neris is a bit weirded out by the bow, so alright.
I was not aware that you were an elf, lady. It's been a while since somebody has spoken the musical tongue. You must be careful in the forest.
What have you seen?
A fiend,
What did your centaur eyes see?
Fiend, a being. It appears inanimate, but it is not. It appears to be something that pertains to be human, but it is not.
Which way did it go?
It is an abomination. It is around here. I got as far as this clearing before I lost it. I've been trying
Brucon,
to
Malar,
trail.
and Fleeting right now are presumably kind of like... What? Do you,
yeah, unless you speak Elvish, you are not
no,
clue
Has-
what's going on.
I want to ask him, has have any other strangers trespassed through the forest?
Yes.
Or just this beast? Okay.
There was two I saw. One a friend of this forest. I've seen him many times. Another I did not know, a smaller folk. I believe they were moving together.
The friend of this forest, was he wearing
so-
green?
Yes, of course. It is the only way
Green
to
Blade
blend in
was with
the...
Jack? Were any of them wearing red?
No, I did not see anyone in red.
And the one in green and the small one were traveling with the rock thing?
I do not know this rock thing of what you speak.
This creature you saw, were they traveling with it or trying to avoid it?
Sorry, say that again?
This creature that you saw coming through, were they traveling with it or were they trying to avoid it, or were they
No.
sort of unaware of it?
No, they were unaware. I saw those two not long before I saw it. I believe it has come from the farmlands. It is perhaps a being possessed.
So it's chasing them, so we should hurry. Which way did they go?
And he points off to, just unwording, points out to your left.
So I relay that to the non-Elvish speaking members of the team.
Oh,
good job.
Can I do an insight check on him for when he gave us directions?
Sure.
Hang on.
And while we're doing that, I want to check, like, is his bow, like, damaged in any way or anything like that?
No, it appears to be very well maintained. It's a rather crude rudimentary.
I wanted to cast mending,
but
as a thank you.
At the moment,
can I
it is
mend
well.
anything?
Oh, I mean, you can see that there are a few. He has a few battle scars, and there is some of his fur in places has chunks missing from it, but I'm not sure whether mending would help with that.
Yeah, that's physical stuff again.
Not at the moment. Everything is fine.
God damn it!
But you can.
I got an 11 on my insight check.
If I fax my character sheet over to you, maybe you could do something with that. Fix me.
Did perhaps the people who you did see, did anyone look like one moment like this? And Abram's gonna pull out the mask, pop it on, and do a Damon face.
Nice.
No, I saw no one like that.
Oh, can
Good.
I minor illusion the rock creature that I saw in episode 1?
As Leoburn does Damon's face, like, Neris just visibly just goes all almost twitchy, I don't know, just this grave expression on her face.
Are you then taking the mask off?
Just staring at Leoburn, just
freaked out.
Yeah,
a little
no.
bit. Why would you do
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, Leoburn is undoing that once the Damon has been identified as not being part of this group, or at least if he is, he's in disguise.
And I'm just Star Wars hologramming that picture of the thing from episode 1. Was this the creature you saw?
Leoburn, as you undo Damon, you just hear just a little voice inside your mask. Seth, yes, you minor illusion the as best as you could remember the rock monster from way back when you were in the prison wagon. The centaur looks at it and rears up for a second before coming back down. No. I've not seen something like this.
Oh. I was way off the mark, guys.
Well, we do have a problem in that whoever we're tracing, if it's Damon in disguise for... Why would he be in disguise?
Sorry, off topic one thing. The rock creatures that we fought before, that we ran away from, were they different to the rock creature I saw in episode 1?
I believe that's what I thought that's what we heard last time.
Can I minor illusion one of them instead? The rock creature that spoke to us, that was guarding that hole
yes,
in the
that
wall
was
that we were in
different,
that
yes.
basilisk cave.
Yeah, that was different, but you can minor illusion it. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I minor illusion that? Is that the creature you saw?
I see no creature like that. The creature I saw was made of, appeared to be made of straw and wood.
I turned
And it
to
is a
Guru.
creature
I'm okay.
possessed.
I'm 2 for 2 on not guessing. Let's just follow.
Straw and wood. But a creature.
I believe it is a creature possessed. It
I
is not a
minor
natural
illusion
being.
I minor illusion a
This-
random scarecrow. Did you
Yes,
see that? Really?
That is-
Shit.
that is the creature.
That's creepy.
I was just guessing. Third time's the charm.
Sorry, Mala, you were saying something there.
Oh no, I was James. James hit on the thread. I was.
Straw and wood. Wait, yeah, fair enough. Yeah. So yes, he tells you that. What are you doing?
Let's go the way he pointed. Following Jack's trail.
Oh
All right.
wait, Mr. Seth, what does this have to do with what has happened at Flaming Jak? You don't suppose that a scarecrow had something to do with what happened, do you?
Well, Greenblade and Jack are being chased by some giant creature. Should we not save them? Your friend?
I agree, but a scarecrow hardly sounds like a giant creature.
How tall was the scarecrow, Mr. Centaur?
It is no taller than you.
Oh, that actually doesn't sound too tough. Oh my god, we're talking to so many animals. Squirrel creature. Nutsy. Which way did the whatever you're following go?
He just
I'm kind of
points
looking
at
at
the centaur.
I'm looking at Leo and the squirrel, and I'm like,
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the squirrel won't be able to understand you.
The Nutsy just,
Yeah,
it's going to look to Leoberin like,
Yeah, Leoberin will
is it the
relay
same way?
this question to Nutsy.
and whispers in your ear. Yeah, it's him. That's it. There, him. Horseman.
Oh, have we just been following this guy? So we've got no other leads other than the elemental of straw, the fifth element.
Well, there were also people that the centaur had seen.
Yes.
Which went the same way as the straw creature.
Yeah.
We've got no other leads. Nibbles, do you have anything?
I can look.
And he's going to sniff in the direction of where the centaur was pointing. Nope, he's drawing a blank.
We've got no other leads. Let's follow the straw. Let's see if we can find some clues that way.
All right. Be careful. It's a fearsome, frightening creature. It may.
Yes, one made of straw. There, we've got a fire person. She's good at burning stuff like that.
Yes, speaking as someone who has been in a room with a large number of werewolves, a minimum of twice, if we count 3 as a large number of werewolves, I have to say a scarecrow doesn't strike me as the most dangerous thing, although I do wonder if you can punch them.
TPK coming.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I'm
so-
leaning into the catastrophe that is going to be Brucon in combat in this episode.
With
the scarecrow,
Seth,
the
when you say
ninth
about
god.
when you say about you've got somebody you can basically burn down a scarecrow, they've got fire they can use. The centaur immediately stiffens up and goes, "You will not use fire in the forest. It is forbidden."
No, of course not. We 100% won't use fire to fight it. We'll stab the store creature with swords. 100%.
Leobrin is eyeing up Seth with disbelief. Very evident.
My charisma's like shit.
Seth, make a deception check, Seth.
I should not be lying. Oh, thank God I'm proficient in it. Oh, 18?
Oh.
Ooh. The centaur.
I'm still proficient in it, so I've still got a +4 in deception.
The centaur's eyes narrow, looking at you.
I
Seems
care.
to size you up.
For a 6, I don't care.
Make sure that is the case. Though I have offered you clemency, I will offer nothing for those who burned our forest.
Sorry, what's your name again, sir?
Neris
Put me on
just
the spot.
shuffles. Neris just shuffles on the spot while this is happening. He just looks uncomfortable. It's like, shit.
Just need to remember his name.
Florian.
Did you? Dorian.
No,
Thank you
Florian.
for your help. Glorian. Thank you for your help.
Florian with an F.
Mlorian.
Morian, of course.
So
Let's go, guys.
Neris just kind of like
Pulls out the longbow.
tap. She just goes like tap kicks like Seth into shit. Not hard, but like just come on.
Brucon like kind of toddles over to Neris and goes, "Oh, Neris, I broke a nail. Maybe you could mend it."
She looks. I mean, I can't really. What?
We've wasted too much time. We're already like half a day behind them. And our chases have never gone well. Let's go. And I start ushering us on.
Yeah.
Goodbye,
Leobrin will
goodbye,
sort
Dorian.
of step between Seth and Florian and be like, "Yes, I'm very sorry about him. He is an elf, but sadly he was raised terribly."
Who's Florian?
So yes, we're trying to educate him to be. Yes.
And Neris just says thank you. It just doesn't let Seth speak. She's like, "Thank you very much, Florian." Does a little curtsy and but kind of like awkwardly, and then just shuffles.
When we're sort of starting to walk away and we're about as far away as possible, we can see him. I just wave and goodbye. Goodbye, Maureen.
And Neris just kind of grabs the shoulders, shoves him forward. Stop it.
Neris, can you do a performance check for me, please?
Yes. This is my grand performance.
And I'll say, Leobrin, you get advantage on it. You can do the same, but with advantage because you're a courtier, so you're used to these more formal
Performance, though.
behavior. Yes, performance this time.
Goodness.
Goodness gracious. What
No
do
one
you
ever
get,
uses this skill.
That is 11.
Neris? 11.
With advantage, you say?
Yeah, given your background.
Is 17.
17.
Don't perform for Doreen.
Okay, so you are impeccably polite. You know, you remember all of your training throughout your childhood, and obviously your the balls and such that you attend. But despite this, Florian is unmoved and looks particularly unimpressed at Seth, and just
That seems fair.
just goes and turns and walks into the forest.
We all feel the same. He's unnecessary evil.
Given by the rogue until
Florian.
we eventually need their help.
Florian is a mood right now.
Yeah. Those kind of stoic, classic centaur mood, constantly grizzled about something.
L'Oreal won't remember this next time we meet them.
Okay, so you guys are going to be following the direction he pointed in for the two individuals?
Yeah.
He pointed us in this direction before I pissed him off, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's go this
That
way.
was a blessing, yes, that you did that at that time. So, if you start heading that way, I'll say, for those of you who would like to, make a survival check, please. You could, in fact, if you'd all like to do it, you're more than welcome to try and look for tracks of these two individuals.
Can I make my
Nibble's still
survival
looking.
check? With
Sorry?
smell.
8.
8. Okay, Malar, you can do perception for smell if you're looking, because there was that odor which Nibbles picked up on a while back.
Brucon rolled a 7.
11.
7.
Uh, 12 from Leobrin.
12. Okay.
And 4 from Fleeting.
4 from Fleeting.
My
Okay.
God, we need a
17 for
ranger.
Malar.
Oh yeah, Malar.
17. Malar, you pick up
Yes.
the scent, and the one that you recognize it as the one that Nibbles described. But to you, you can actually put a label on this. It smells very much of that aniseedy liquor, Flaming Jak Buka. That's what you can smell.
Oh my God, the straw that makes Jambuka came to life is now tracking down Jackson for making mead out of his brothers. That is
So-
what I have gotten from this
So,
interaction.
Malar, you've picked up the trail. If you'd like to lead the way for the others,
Yes,
that would make sense.
I had the scent to me, and he hunches over, trunk to the ground, torch up in a hand, and sort of almost bloodhound-esque.
I'll say,
shoots off.
yeah, that sounds about right. I love it. I'll say Fleeting because you were obviously searching as well. That you would have got off the horse to do your survival check, so you can examine
When
the
he
ground
gets
better.
down, if Malar's like on all fours sniffing the ground, I'm gonna turn to Fleeting. Fleeting, do you need to join him? Do you want to help him down there? Go on, boy.
Fleeting gets back on the horse.
Bitch.
Okay, Leobrin,
Mm-hmm.
as you rolled a 4 on your survival check.
Uh,
Is that right?
12.
That was
12. Who
Fleeting.
rolled a 4?
Fleeting rolled a floor.
Fleeting rolled a 4. Thank you. All right. Fleeting. So, before you get back up on the horse, Fleeting, you do notice something just on the edge of your vision, periphery. At first, you think, "Is there somebody there?" And you look up, and what you see is red eyes glowing out of the forest. You need to make a wisdom saving throw. And fortunately, your wisdom's now better because of the switch than it was before, I think.
I think it changed by 1.
Yeah, from a -1 to a 0, I think. Maybe something like that.
Yeah, 21 apparently.
Way.
Whey! Okay, this creature that you saw steps forward, and you can see, with your dark vision, you can see more of its form beyond those red eyes that for a moment caused your blood to turn to ice in your veins. It is a being with a head that has it looks like it was a sack that's been put on its head, tied together with string. There is some straw poking out of it. And this is very much the resemblance of a scarecrow. Can everyone please roll initiative for me?
Yeah. So scary.
Roll initiative.
Roll.
Roll, darling. Oh, that's not good.
Well, that would have been
Oh my
a really
God,
great roll
my-
if I could add anything to it.
My initiative is down. I forgot charisma gets added to my initiative. Motherfucking son of a.
Son of a.
I love that you just very casually threw in a motherfucking and then went, son of a. I can't think of it appropriately.
Oh no, I was like fucking Lazarus.
It's like Seth
Right
is
there with
almost a balanced character now.
What? Can you? Okay, so did anyone get 20 or above? No.
Oh, hell no.
Well, that's a relief. 20 to 15.
Brucon got 15.
Malar also got 15.
And Leobrin also got 15.
Well, Malar goes first.
Malar has a -1 on his deck. So
Oh, well, no, then no, he doesn't.
Well, even now with it swapped round, Malar.
his dex is 0, so ordinarily -1.
Ah.
I mean, if we're going by dex order, then yes, Leobrin is first.
Ubrum. And then Brucon and then Malar?
Yes.
Okay. Fleeting, what did you get? Because I think I saw you moved to your microphone as well.
9.
Oh, 9. Okay, no, never mind. I'll come back to you. So I thought you were up there with. Never mind. Okay, 15. To
I'm
10.
sorry, I thought you did well.
Yeah, apologies. I thought it was above 10. Anyone 15 to 10? So we've had the 15s. Anyone else above 10? No? 9 for Fleeting Look then. Neris, what did you get?
4.
Oh, buddy. And Seth, what did you get?
You know what my normal initiative is? Plus 8.
Yeah.
Plus 8. You know what I've gotten overall for this one? Fucking 7.
Oh,
this is literally the lowest my initiative can ever be.
That's painful. That's a bitter pill to swallow for today's
I've got
session.
plus 6 initiative and I rolled a fucking 1.
That's so for one time only you've got
God.
7. You can never get 7 apart from in this session.
I can't even get 8 normally.
Yeah, wow. Enjoy. You know, this is living on. This is how the other side live.
I don't want to be down here with Fleeting.
All right, so let's switch on the camera so you guys can see top of the order.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Not me.
As you can see, it's on the left side of the map is where you guys are.
Oh dear.
Kind of bunched up. First on the list, Leobrin.
Heyo.
You can plain as day
I'm
see
gonna-
this. Although
pull up
he
on
is on the edge of the canopy, this green block is the edge of the canopy of the wood. You're currently in the clearing. You can still see the scarecrow right here.
Screen.
What would you like to do?
Sorry, I'm trying to see what's going on. Tiny square and a tiny screen.
Just change camera positions actually, if that makes it easier.
It's more, you know, a little window that has a Twitch display and then a small window of that.
Yeah,
has what's actually
indeed.
happening.
So if I come a bit closer, we might need to help you see it a little bit more.
Ew.
Here is
They're
Leobrin.
full screened. Annoyingly, I can't zoom in on desktop Twitch.
And there is the creature. There is the scarecrow.
Ah, okay, very close.
Yeah, about.
Are we fighting
15
one
feet away.
scarecrow?
So it would seem. Yeah.
There's that big cloud of fog behind us.
Now
think
that is also
Neris
meant to
needs, like,
represent canopy. I just
300
ran out of
XP
bits.
to level up. I think Neris needs 300 XP
That's
to
the
level
tree.
up, so we just need to be 6 times that, and she can level.
Yeah,
Nice.
whatever 6 times that is. 5 times that? 6 times that. Yes, Leobrin will. I mean, this thing looks scary. It's got red glowing eyes, right?
Red glowing eyes, and its mouth when it opens as well. It's like a cut in the cloth, a kind of jagged cut in the cloth. But below that, you can see this like red glow as well. It's yes, quite disconcerting.
Lovely. We have not had a short rest, so that's noted. In that case, I'll stick with cantrips. Leobrin yelps and fires an Eldritch Blast.
All right.
Have you used the spell today?
I said, did you use any spells in the?
Summoned a flock of familiars.
Oh shit, yeah.
Making a
So I've
attack
got
roll, please.
one left, but there is one scarecrow.
No, fair.
That is a complete miss.
Strike
For
the
both of them?
tree next to it.
Do I have 2? I do have 2. Yay!
Level 5.
Second, level 5. Yeah.
Yeah, level 5.
That is a 24.
Well, that would definitely hit. It has an
Boom.
armor class of 11, so yeah, that hits.
That is 9 force damage.
9 force damage to the scarecrow.
Level 5.
9 points of damage, very nice.
Your one
Strike
main feature, and you forgot about it.
It's not my main
bluff.
feature. My main feature is
Well,
talking to animals and all sorts of things. Oh,
When the,
like damage
when
is
the
a very
blast
minor
hits
thing.
it, you see a bit of straw billow out of the back of it, as if it went straight through it. But it has not flinched from the hit.
Okay.
Are you moving at all?
No. I mean, there's the gang's all with. I'll hang out.
Yeah. The posse's here. All right.
Yeah.
Next up, Brucon. On the other side of the horse.
Yeah. Brucon's going to do his usual thing, I think, which is to. Well, it will involve punching it, but first he's going to parkour over the horse.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, 18.
Yes, you do it. You do
Oh,
it.
wow.
You are not phased. Besides the gods messing with your insides that you wouldn't know about. You just, you kind of, like a pommel horse, you plant both your hands. Well, you manage to jump up, plant your hands on the horse, and then swivel, jump over. Doesn't cost you any extra movement to get over the horse. So you've moved 15 feet. So you want to continue on run up to this mofo.
Yeah, and then punch him in the face.
Punch him in the face! Okay, make an attack roll, please.
And with the bonus action for the follow-up, these are all unarmed strikes because Brucon is weaponless right now. But
Doesn't got any weapons,
he knows of no reason why that would be a problem. So these all three are unarmed attacks. Okay. So we've got 5, which I'm confident isn't a hit. But then the other dice rolls were 13.
Yeah, 13 will
and
hit.
19 before adding proficiency, so that's good.
What's your strength now and what's your dex now? Because
my dex is now 11, and my strength is unchanged at 14.
so you could still use your strength for the unarmed strikes because you can use strength or dex as well. You don't have
I could, but why would I do that?
I don't know.
Dexterity is Brucon's all about dexterity.
I'm
I mean, if you're telling me that if you're telling me Brucon knows that he's suddenly become a fumble-fingered moron, then well, not moron actually, he's become very, very smart, just out of nowhere. And so if Brucon is aware of this, then that's fine. But at the moment, I don't know any reason to think that he.
No, I think that's fair.
Is it a choice, or do you just automatically use your highest stat?
I would say that Brucon's used to using dexterity more than strength, but if it becomes apparent, you could certainly, by all means switch it to strength if you wanted to, but I appreciate the role play.
It's the problem with making mechanics for real-world things. It's like when you punch, you're not going, I'm only using my dexterity for this punch.
Yeah. But yes, for sticking to RP, Bart, let's give Brucon, I'll give Brucon some inspiration, because yes, I appreciate that.
Inspirazione.
So the 13
Did
does
you hit him?
Yep. Okay. So this 8 damage,
Nice.
and Brucon goes.
Stunning.
That seems insufficient.
What?
Then you have 2 attacks.
Yeah, that's. I rolled a 3 and a 5, dude.
Wait.
Oh, I see. So bonus action? What are you using?
One of those attacks was a bonus
Oh,
action.
just an unarmed strike. No key points. Fair. Go. No, that's cool. Next up then is Malar.
But don't you have a second attack in general?
I used all 3 of. I've got 2
sorry.
attacks and a bonus action for an extra attack. I rolled all 3 of them at the same time. 2 of them hit, and then.
Sorry,
I
I
rolled
heard 3 and
3.
5, and I thought those were your 2 attacks. Sorry.
Yeah, I managed to roll 3 twice.
No worries. Next up, Malar. What are you doing?
Right, 3 object interaction. Take the torch from my hand, put it in my trunk.
Yep.
I'd like to walk up or move up to this beast.
Yeah, you can just back it there.
I guess depends on how you want me to do this. I'd like to try and rip one of its arms out of its socket.
Oh, going full on Wookiee. Okay.
Hell yeah. Go Malar. Go Malar.
Oh, I
you
just
don't
realised
appear
something
alive.
as well.
Fuck your arm.
Brucon, when you connected with it, something was wrong. It didn't feel like it hit as well as you should have. It was most strange. the balance. What's happened to the balance? Malar, yes, you can try and rip one of its arms off. This will be a grapple check.
I want Malar to rip its arm off and then beat him with it.
Stop hitting yourself.
You know what?
Exactly.
I'm also going to use my inspiration on this as well.
Oh, okay.
It was was that an athletics check or just a strength?
It was an athletics check, yeah.
Ugh, 10.
Well, I rolled a 3, so you do manage to latch onto it. So you've grabbed his arm. Now, if you want to pull it off, you'll need to do the same again. But you've already used your action to do the grapple, so you could do that next turn if you wanted to. But for now, you have grabbed onto one arm.
Cool.
Okay.
So it's
Are
grapple.
you doing anything else? Bonus action or anything?
No.
He's armless. He's not quite armless yet, but yeah, anyway, moving on. Next.
Since he is grappled, does that affect anyone else, like attacking him?
No.
It's
not like restrained with the advantage, but it means he can't move. And what are the other things on grappled? Speed becomes 0 and it can't benefit from any bonus to speed.
I never grappled, so I've literally never remember those rules.
Yeah, that's pretty
No
much it,
grapple,
actually.
only stab.
Next up, Fleeting Look, what are you doing?
I quite like that idea, so I'm going to grab the other arm.
Okay, come on over and athletics check for you. Well, alright. Don't know what's happened to my rolls today. I rolled a 3 for Malar's check. What did you get this time?
It's going to be a 7 in total.
Well, I rolled a natural 1, so you succeed. You do manage to grapple onto his second arm.
Wonderful.
Wow. This scarecrow is about to. Are you literally going to tear off his arm and then throw it over there, and then throw off the other arm and throw it over there? Like this, the worst kind of the Wizard of Oz recreation. Dear oh dear. Okay, nice one. So you grab his arm. Are you doing anything else, Fleeting Look?
No.
Okay, next, Seth.
Cool. Well, obviously people are in combat with it, so I'm just going to shoot it with my crossbow.
Okay. It's going to have partial cover given your position because of Malar being in the way, but it's got an AC of 11, I'm pretty sure you hit it.
Am I able to move anywhere so I can get a clearer shot?
Not necessarily cleary, because you've then got Fleeting Look and so on, or you'd move into the canopy, which then has the cover of trees. But it's going to be an AC of 13 with half cover, so...
Can I move slightly so that it's Fleeting in the way, not Malar?
If you'd like, yeah.
Just in case I get an actual one.
You can just move straight along more into the centre of the clearing and get a shot.
That's fine.
It still has the same kind of cover, but yeah.
Oh, it's actually fine. 17.
Yeah, that hits. Roll some damage and sneak attack craziness.
1. Uh, 22 damage.
Holy moly. And that's just with a regular crossbow, wasn't it? There's no magical or silver or anything like that, is there?
No, just normal crossbow, so it's 1d8 for that.
The bolt sinks into it. It flinches, but it is still up. It's a good shot, sir. Are you doing anything else? Got a bonus action?
No, I can't bonus action attack, and I don't really need to move, so...
Yeah.
And I can't just hide standing still, so I'm good.
Alright. No worries. End of your turn. So after that bolt hits the scarecrow, for those of you who are grabbing both of its arms, it's trying to wrestle free, but not putting up much of a fight. But then you see the sack head, the upper part of it rolls back as its mouth opens wide, and you hear a piercing scream come from within it, just but much more high-pitched and terrifying rather than just gross like mine sounded. From the trees behind, a swarm of crows appear, swooping into your direction.
Are they
scared
scared
driver.
crows?
What?
Are they scared crows?
They are. I see what you did there.
Don't hand it
no.
to him.
This is the worst scarecrow ever. It's doing the worst job at scaring crows. It's summoning them.
Summoning crows. I mean, if anything, the scarecrows like the crows like sitting on scarecrows. But there we are. This one summons the swarm of crows, and they immediately head for Malar.
We've got a miniature for a flock of crows?
At least for one crow. Here we are.
Oh, yeah. One crow.
So you know whose crow is on who. Malar with a crow on his head. So the swarm envelops your space, Malar, and they try and peck at you with their various beaks. But I'm pretty sure a 6 will miss because I rolled a 2. Because the dice gods today. But they're in your space. Even with your torch, hard to see the scarecrow, but you're still holding onto his arm currently. Now the scarecrow itself is going to attempt to claw the guys who are holding onto it. So fleeting look, you would see the arm that you're holding. These metal claws just kind of protrude from its once straw-like fingers, and it tries to claw at you. Okay, that's not great. Does a 12 hit?
No.
No, I didn't think so. Finally, Malar. No, it's a natural one. You put it, as it tries to claw at you, you heave, and the arm comes off in your hand. It just goes limp and turns into straw and a bit of sackcloth. Yeah. So it's now got one arm. Good job. All right. Then over to Neris.
Hey. Right. So Neris is going to thinking about what the centaur said. Thinking holy crap! Like if I literally cast anything, this is gonna be fire. So let's try not fire for once. So she's gonna take her bow, and she's gonna move within. Oh, can she actually move within? She can't move within line of sight. Now that I see the.
You got line of sight. You can see him.
Yeah, but I don't want to shoot the other guys. So, do I have enough movement to get to?
More or less where Leobrin is, I guess.
Yeah, next to Leo. I guess that's the clearest of not firing an arrow precariously close to my teammates' positions.
Yeah.
Right, so yeah. Fire an arrow at that thing. Because it's gross.
Okie dokie.
12.
12 hits, so you need 11.
Yeah.
Nice.
I haven't done non-spelly stuff in a very long time. Let me just have a quick look at what I need to.
So you add your dex to the damage. So dex modifier, sorry. To the damage.
What I'm
It's a
trying to
D8.
see on.
If it's a long bow,
D8.
it's a D8. Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's
for
a
a
long
second, I
bow.
had to think about what a D8 is.
What?
Because we're at that
enemy,
level.
This
The one
diamond
enemy
shape.
with
Oh!
fire that's probably
Yeah,
vulnerable
exactly.
to fire, and
So-
you choose no fire.
I rolled an 8
Nice.
plus
Nice.
2
So 10 damage.
plus 2 for dex.
Mm-hmm.
And your arrow hits true right between the eyes, but it does not do as
Yes!
much damage you thought it would. It seems unfazed. Resistant, you might say, to your damage.
Use the fucking fire. It's your thing.
I'm right next to Leo, aren't I?
You are.
If I this is a question. If I cast Shadow Blade, will he be damaged by said fire of me?
Shadow Blade's not a fire.
It's not a fire spell, but I can't remember whether
It's
any
been-
spell.
No,
this is a
fire
shadow
spells.
blade.
Fire spells,
I remember
Wait,
we
too
talked
many
about
people
this.
talking.
Sorry, guys. I remember we talked about this before, and it's the cantrip thing that you do, the sword with where all of the swords appear that is fire, but the
Yeah,
shadow blade is still the same as in the book. There's no change
No,
to that. So
but
there
the
won't be a
rule
fire
for-
effect.
Okay, so there won't be a fire effect
Yeah,
on
it's
Neris.
only fire spells that give off the fire effect.
Okay,
So,
excellent.
okay.
Well, then I use my bonus action. No, I can't. I have to use an action to cast. Oh fuck. Okay,
Is it
never
an
mind.
action
No.
to cast it or bonus
It's
action?
no, it's a bonus
It's
action.
it's a bonus action to cast it, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Because I was reading up before, but I always doubt my
Shadow
understanding.
Blade is a bonus action.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it takes casting time 1 bonus action. Okay, so I use my bonus action to cast Shadow Blade.
Okay, awesome. So the same sword that you remember, that white holding that was attacking you, or in your mind was attacking you.
The
back
one
in
that I
caves.
stabbed.
The one
that
you
I stabbed
and set
my
fire to.
aunt.
That
yeah.
same blade now
No,
appears
no.
in your hand.
I was gonna say the one I essentially stabbed my aunt with, that I will
Yeah.
then stab Damon with. This is the poetic justice. I was gonna say none of you guys have seen me do this before. FYI, I've never cast. This is one of the new tricks.
I'm
Neris
not
2.0.
thinking doppelganger Neris. No.
Mhm.
That's nice.
It is black as night. This blade takes quite a jagged, horrible, twisted-looking shape.
It's getting darker during the day, right?
It's
We're
dim light
going
in
into
here.
evening. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's dim light because it's basically it's getting close to nighttime. So yeah, you'd have the added effect of dim light for your shadow blade. Yeah.
Is anyone near me?
Yes.
Anyone near who? Sorry.
Me? Is anyone near me?
No, you're on your own.
Ah, damn. I was just going to whisper like I thought fire was her thing. So I'm not going to yell that out when she can hear me.
Fair enough.
And
Top of the-
I value not being on fire.
Top of the round, Leobrin, over to you.
Yes, I like. Neris, your sword is quite scary looking. Anyway, the scarecrow.
Yeah.
Is the scarecrow looking damaged, or is the scarecrow looking still quite fine and dandy?
The scarecrow is looking quite
it's not looking like anything.
Sorry, that's right. Suddenly, one of the legs gave way. That was a bit interesting. Yes,
camera
it's
is
looking
shocked.
It is looking ropey. It's currently considered bloodied. Wow, I've done it again.
Hey.
Sorry, bear
Um,
with, guys. There we go.
I'm just wondering whether to go Nova on the scarecrow and just get it out of the way, or do it.
Oh, actually,
What
wait.
would Leobrin
There's
do?
like a whole round of initiative before its turn.
Yeah.
What would Leobrin
I
do?
wouldn't waste the spell.
I don't know. That's why I was asking.
EB.
That makes sense.
What was that? What was that, James?
EB. Eldritch Blast.
Okay, so don't go Nova, is what you're saying. Sure. I will do some Eldritch blasting at it. Pew pew.
Pew.
Seen from outside, this thing is unpleasant, but hasn't yet given us
Yeah.
much reason to consider it the most dangerous thing we've encountered in.
It was more the case of if this thing looked like it hadn't taken a lot of damage from all of our attacks, then I would up the damage output. Cool. So one of the hits is a 12, and the other is a 20, not critical.
They both hit.
Lovely.
Lovely.
12 and 5. So 17 force damage from Blast.
All right. Describe to us how you destroy the scarecrow. with your eldritch
Um,
blasts.
Yeah, so sort of like giving a bit of side eye to Neris's like crackling shadow blade of questionable alignment. The Oberon then sort of like just slightly out the side of his vision, like not really look, like more sort of like this is uncomfortably close to my person. Just launching eldritch blasts off to the side, and just an explosion of straw and wood chips.
Nice. And of course, your
away from the party because of the force. Boofed.
Yes. Of the force. Yes. Excellent. Nice. So with that, you destroy the scarecrow. And just after this happens, Malar, the crows that are swarming around you, suddenly they disperse and start flying back into the forest. And for a brief moment, you have some respite. Before, as you're just
rolling initiative again.
We'll stay in initiative for this, because it's pretty much on top of each other at this point. As you're just kind of coming to terms, getting your bearings back after this scarecrow incident, you hear a tremor in the ground below you. And, okay. Seth, the ground below you gives way as a creature comes bursting through it. Can you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
I heard every other word. I heard, can I make a saving throw?
Oh, dexterity saving throw, please.
Cool. Let's not shit talk the gods. And it worked. I rolled a 15 on the dice. And let me just find out what that save is. Plus 8, so 23.
Nice.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry. I was just trying to grab
Oh,
something.
cool.
Yes, that succeeds.
Sorry,
So you only
it went so silent, I was like, I've lost sound.
No, that succeeds. You only take half damage as these kind of rocks and earth explode into you. Manage to keep your footing as well. So you only take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
It's like a reverse stealing.
As you see, coming out of the ground from where you were standing but a moment ago, first you see the head, if you like. Basically, it's just a very large, jagged piece of rock. You're looking like 7 feet in diameter. It's a big old boy. Comes out of the ground, and you can see like cracks in the rock as more of it appears out of the ground. Seem to give some kind of face to this creature, and to very large.
Episode 1 rock creature, or episode after Basilisk rock creature?
It is episode 1 rock creature appearing before you.
Fuck this guy.
That is a callback, and with that callback, we're going to take a very, very, very short break. We'll be back momentarily.
I wish that yay happened in the stream.
It was half
Yeah.
very enthusiastic and half I don't know what.
It was very
Who gave him
harmonious.
enthusiasm?
Je ne sais quoi.
It was
I'm
it was
enthusiastic.
very like harmonious though. There was a harmony to the voices, like a little choir.
We all picked exactly the same note of.
We'll never be able to recreate that, despite how much I will insist on trying it and then recording it for later use as like a shameless plug, just button to press, just yay. Anyway.
Can that be our subscriber sound?
Yeah. Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
genius! Yes, we should do that. Right, we will arrange for this to happen in future, on stream or
The
otherwise.
trick is bad puns. Bad puns, and you'll get that noise happening
Cursory
again.
glance. Hey. Yeah. That was beautiful.
As is
Anyway.
so often the case with the sequel.
Continuing in initiative order, then it's Brucon's turn. So you have seen this creature, you have heard and seen now this creature appearing behind Seth. Well, on Seth, but now behind.
Okay. How far away is it from Brucon?
It is under 30 feet.
Oh, splendid. Okay. It's made of rocks, this thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm fairly confident that the cliched martial arts training that Brucon will have undergone has included lots of nutting bricks, just like that. Breeze blocks and that. So Brucon sees no reason whatsoever why he shouldn't run over and start going to town on this thing with his fists. So that's exactly what he's going to do. Exact
Yeah,
same
good.
thing.
You're not fooled by the rocks that he got.
He's still Brucon from the block.
No.
So
Just have a little bit of luck.
we're building a typology of
Yeah.
jokes and their impact here. So a certain level of terrible pun gets an "Oi!" and then that is at the that is the level of just reject.
Yeah,
Cool. Okay, 3 attacks.
I'm proud of what I did. I'm very
Actually,
proud.
do you know what? Brucon's going to spend a key point and just go all out on this guy.
Yeah, sorry. Because it was diagonal across to it. It takes about 40 feet, but you can still get there because you've got
40 feet is
on
Brucon's.
a
40 feet is Brucon's walking speed.
Yeah. Not even running, just walking speed.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
Casual
Brucon's
stroll.
casually sauntering speed. Okay, four unarmed attacks.
All right, 4 unarmed attacks. Here we go.
Okay, we have
4.
a 7, which I'm
Ooh.
pretty confident isn't going to do the trick. A 14 and 2 17s.
The 17s just hit.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Cool. Okay, so that
Punch those
is
rocks.
10 damage.
10 damage. Punch. You flurry into this thing. With all of your might. You do connect with those two, but again, you're hitting a brick wall. Essentially, it almost like you feel that your knuckles almost kind of rupture a bit as you punch into it, and you can see that you've got a couple of cuts have opened up in places as you literally punched into jagged rock. No damage to you, just a noticeable effect.
I made it bleed. Oh no, wait, that's me.
I made it bleed my own blood.
Yeah, if it bleeds, we can kill it. What if you bleed? I'm not sure what that means.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody. That'll be your turn then. Next is Malar.
What is that from?
Dodgeball.
Oh, thank you, there.
Malar will throw a guiding bolt at this thing.
Yeah, got a
Nice.
bolt. Raise the 8.
21
That's a hit.
to hit.
Yeah, boy. And it's radiant damage, so no resistance to this.
Radiators. Bow, 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 bow.
Woof! That's going to be 9. That'll be 13. It's going to be 15 points of radiant damage. So.
Very nice.
And the next attack on it has advantage.
Next person has advantage. It's now a glowing pile of rocks. All right. Next up. You moving at all? Sorry, Malar.
I actually can't see the battle map, so am I in relative... How far away from it am?
About 30 feet as the crow flies, but it's going to take you more like 40 to get to it.
No, I'll stay put.
Okay, end of your turn then. Over to...
Yep.
As you guess, the Earth Elemental. It's large. Animate pile of rocks. Then gonna... Takes one mighty fist. Slams down on Brucon. Or tries to. Does a 17 hit.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage and it slams into you. The second fist comes down towards Seth this time.
Yeah, bring it on.
26 to
Don't
hit.
say natural 20. That's not natural. Holy shit. Yeah, that hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
You rolled
gonna
an
use my
18, to be
uncanny
fair.
dodge.
Yeah, I would. So it was 14 points of damage, so half to 7 with your uncanny dodge.
Yeah, bring it on.
And with that, it then starts to descend back into the back into the earth. You can make
What?
opportunity attacks if you would like, both of you. If you would
Nice.
like to.
We defeated it.
Since we're both attacking, do we both get advantage, or does one of us get advantage?
That's a very good point because of the
Whoever goes
glowing-
first.
Yeah, rules is written. It's whoever
Yeah.
goes first. So roll a d20
You-
both of
you-
you, and we'll see who goes first.
Yeah, okay. Oh,
8. Oh,
Oh, Seth, there we go.
I thought I fucked it with an 8. Cool. Oh, natural 20.
oh yes.
Oh, that's the time to roll a natural 20. All right, and you had advantage. This is a reaction.
Yeah. No, you get
So
sneak attack.
You get your sneak attacks. It's out of turn. Yeah.
It's pretty much the only time you can get a second sneak attack is
Snecker.
Yep.
A snack attack.
from anything that's
Uh,
If it's
A
from a
snack?
and if it's from a naga, then it's a snacky snack and
Seth,
snack
you're
attack.
not, you're not
Snack
new
attack.
when you're all alone. Grab a snack attack.
Oh, I rolled so well.
No! One more joke like that out of you guys and I quit.
I am out of
I
there.
rolled-
Love of my set.
Rage
I
quitting
rolled-
this stream right now.
I rolled so well.
Now.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
The punny.
45 total.
45.
45.
I rolled
Crit.
3 6s and a 2.
Jesus.
Good
Yeah.
job. He's got that resistance.
Mhm.
That's because that would have been a lot of damage. That's still 22 points of damage, though. So,
Bam.
as
You're
it
stabbing
as
a
it-
rock, but you're
He's-
stabbing a rock really
man.
well.
You
He's
kind of managed to
fucked
get
up,
into
hasn't
the
he?
gap between two of the rocks, and for a moment it seems you kind of pry the two apart with your rapier, but then you're worried the rapier will break and you withdraw it as it descends into the ground. Noticeably, the earth left behind from it is completely looks like it hasn't been disturbed at all. Quite bizarre. But it's now burrowed underground, and that's the end of its turn. Next up is Fleeting Look.
In anticipation, I will ready a dodge.
Sounds good.
You can prepare to throw the hammer.
Okay, I'd like to ready a dodge, please.
You can take the dodge action. That's fine. Yeah, like, where is this thing? Anything else you want to do with your turn? No.
Sorry, did James say I could prepare to throw the hammer?
Well, because you're taking the action to dodge, no.
Okay, sorry, I didn't want to get his hopes up anyway. Yeah, I won't do anything else. Thank you.
Okay. Next up is Seth.
Oh, I almost wish I could repair an attack on fleeting. But, I'm gonna back away from where it went down. And I'm gonna draw a dagger, and I'm gonna prepare to attack.
Draw a dagger and prepare to attack. Is there anywhere particular you'd like to stand?
I would like to stand next to fleeting.
See how far you can get. I'll get you as close as you can to him. 5, 10, 15, 20. There you go. You're about 10 feet between. Well, 5 feet between you.
I will bonus action dash 5 feet.
Okay. I'll put you on the other side of fleeting, so you're just in the tree line there.
So with the dagger, I'm ready for a close range attack and a long range attack.
I see. Good thinking.
And
Alright.
and because we attacked it, I'm just gonna yell out, try not to hit it with melee or normal weapons. It seems tough. AKA, Neris, use fire.
She's got that shadow blade. that's still there ready to
AKA,
go.
Neris, use the shadow blade. Don't use the bow.
Just an arrow going ding. Let me fire my arrows at rocks, okay?
No! God, I wish I had magic.
Fortunately, I don't have a. I thought I had a sword, but I haven't been able to find it, so I've given you a musket for now. There is your shadow musket.
I mean,
OP, broken, must nerf.
As I look at Neris with her little magic blade, I just say out loud, like, God, I wish I had magic.
I'm sorry, little magic blade.
How big is it?
That's so
Shadow
spicy.
blade is basically longsword size, I would say, given the damage it does.
With her average size blade.
Yeah.
It's called a longsword.
It's not called an average.
It's
sword.
longer than yours,
Marketing.
maybe. I don't know.
That's just marketing.
It's kind of a bastard
It's long
sword, I
sized.
guess. Okay, anyway, a bastard sword. Seth, that's your turn. You're readying your. Well, no, you bonus action and you're readying a dagger to attack or throw, basically, right? Okay. All right. Next up is Neris.
Well, there's not much I can do.
You can
Well,
throw
not-
your shadow blade,
Yeah, but it's underground, isn't it?
Currently, yeah.
but you can ready to throw it, same as I have.
I mean, yeah, I'll ready that action. Okay, I'll ready
I'll
that
ready
as
that
an action.
action.
I'll precariously look around me and go like, where the hell did it go? But unless anybody needs mending, I'm out. I guess I'll move 1 square away, 5 feet away from any party member, just in case I need to set myself alight.
Okay, in which case you're going to need to move on to the other side of Horsey, or Reginald, whichever you'd like to call him.
Does it really have to be other side? No, if you go
Don't
straight,
burn
if you go
Horsey.
straight down. No, I don't need to go there.
Well, you were here.
Yeah, sorry,
so
I'm
you're
seeing it
within
as
5 feet of Leobrin and Horsey.
Yeah, but if I go straight down, as per the screen, sort of diagonally southeast.
Over here.
Between fleeting, and who's out on their own?
Yep,
That's
that's
Brucon.
Brucon. Yeah, I got you.
So,
Yeah, I can move
Yeah.
over there.
It doesn't have to go all the way.
Yeah,
I
like
don't need
about
to use
there.
all my
But
movement.
that
But just
gives
like
you
yeah,
that gives you 10 feet, 5
Yeah.
feet between people. Yeah. Okay. you can
yeah,
go there,
just
that's
right
fine.
there. I don't wanna. I'm using Horsey as partly as cover. Don't
No,
tell him that.
That's fine. No problem. All right.
Reginald.
The
So you're
fuck
there
did
ready
he
for
do?
a Shadow Blade. You guys got your actions ready. Top of the round over to Leobrin.
Hello. Wait, so
Hello.
it disappeared over near Brucon, yes?
Yeah.
And the lumps of foam are.
That's just the
Rocks.
rocky outcrop in the center of the clearing.
I'm very tempted to do a tremors and try and climb up on top of that.
Yay.
I watched that last week.
Such a great film.
It's a good film. I do
Yeah.
enjoy that film.
I have a friend who can't watch it because she's terrified of Kevin Bacon. Not making that up. Hi, Jane.
It's more common than you think.
Yeah.
He keeps trying to sell me EE.
I don't want to hold a spell in case I waste it. So I'll hold a. I'll move a little further. No, I'll stay where I am. I've got good lines. There's no one's building a wall. I'll stay there and I'll prepare Eldritch Blastery
Okay.
for when this rock creature emerges.
Good call. Good call, guys.
When he never re-emerges.
He's gone forever. Brucon, it's your turn.
Brucon will reload his fists. And
Cavill
then
style.
Henry Cavill style, yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, can he? So let's see if we can weaponize this stupid bloody fate dice nonsense. Can he use his dwarven stone cunning ability in any kind of way? Like, did he notice something that, on second thought, might represent a structural weakness or something about this creature made of rock?
I like it. I like this inventiveness. You can use your action to try and recall information about this thing. Yeah, you can do a stone cunning, so double proficient history check.
Now you're thinking of
Outstanding. This is going to be a bit nuts. This because
You've now
that's
got
not
really
what I
good
want. Oh, there we go.
intelligence.
Yeah, exactly. So, hang on a minute. So, okay, this is plus 10. So 29.
All right. On your next attack, you will have advantage against the creature as you spotted a weak point. As Seth had manipulated with his rapier, attacking it as it fled underground, you spotted that same weak point, so you can target.
This will be the first of the multiple attacks Brucon makes, won't it?
Yeah, so you'll have advantage on that first attack. Yeah.
Yes.
Tough spot, but still. Yes. I keep saying.
Looking
it,
good.
isn't it?
My man.
References everywhere. Next up,
Embrace
then, initial moving or doing a bonus action, Brucon. I'll take that as a no.
Sorry, I forgot I muted myself because I was typing something. No, he's not going to move. He's just going to kind of like cast around him, going, "Where is it?"
Okay, great. Next up, Malar.
Malar will hold a Toll the Dead for when this thing reemerges.
Hold a Toll the Dead. Nice. Okay, at the end of your turn.
He re-emerges like 120 feet away. No attacks reach.
Mine will.
Okay. I was
Fair play.
rolled a die to see where he was going, and he has a destination. He comes back out of the ground exactly in the same place to attack Brucon. He's now on his own.
Do we
You
get our
can let
attack
loose as he comes out of the ground. You can let loose your readied actions. So pew pew pew. In any order.
I need a wisdom
18?
save from you, Jack.
Seth, that was an 18, did you say?
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed some of that. What was? What
sorry.
you said?
You know what? We'll do this in order to avoid confusion, because just saying everyone say it at the same time was a really bad idea. So, Seth, you can throw your dagger. It is over 20 feet away, so you do have disadvantage. So, you've got an 18, but now you need to roll for the disadvantage and see what happens.
18 and a 24.
Okay, yeah, so you hit it. So, roll some damage, please. And Brucon is within 5 feet, so you get sneak attack.
You're welcome.
Oh, no, hang on. You have disadvantage, right? So that negates... Does that negate the 5 feet thing?
If it's counted as disadvantage, it's negated. Yeah.
Even with somebody in 5
If
feet?
there is any disadvantage on your attack,
You don't get sneak attack. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So,
If it's a flat roll,
Nah.
then Seth can.
Fortunately, with disadvantage for long range.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's just 9 damage.
Okay, thank you. Your dagger hits and bounces off of it. Does seem to cause some damage, but not much. You chip a couple of rocks away from it, but it's entirely made of rocks. A couple of pebbles fall off.
Take that 4 damage.
You see between its rocky pillar-like legs, a couple of pebbles just fall between them onto the ground. Next up, on reactions, Malar. Toll the Dead. It's a wisdom save, yeah.
Throw, please.
Okay,
DC
what's the
15?
DC? I've rolled a 17. Sorry.
Boo!
Sorry. I got a good roll.
Okay.
Yay! Yay for me. No, that's not good. Sorry, bud. Other held actions. Fleeting was dodging, so that's fine. Leobrin, Eldritch Blast.
His AC is under 20, isn't it?
Yes.
Cool. That is 24 damage.
Yeah. Very nice.
Both
2
hit?
solid hits.
Both hits. Yeah.
This time, a lot more rock comes away from this being, and then slowly bits start reforming onto it.
Son of a...
But you did cause a lot of damage. And then Neris, finally, with your readied Shadow Blade, which I believe you have a range of, I think it's 20 or 60 feet?
60 feet for
Long range?
throwing, I believe.
I believe it's...
Has it got a short and a long? Or?
Same as a
Same
dagger.
as a dagger,
20
isn't
for
it?
close range. 60
Fortunately,
for
you are
long
within
range.
20 feet, so I will not impose... So there'll be no disadvantage for this. So just... roll
Winning!
attack.
Kill it with
And-
your sword.
That's a 7.
7 to hit. Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
No. Unfortunately, you throw the blade, misses the creature completely, and then it disappears. I believe you
Wow.
can resummon it. As
I
on another
use
turn or
my
something.
bonus action to resummon
There you go.
my blade.
Not
And fleeting look, you see this happen and go, hey, that was, in your head you're kind of thinking, that was my thing, resummoning a weapon, but okay. Just reminds me, Leobrin, with Eldritch Blast, is it force damage?
Force, yes.
Okay, good. Just checking. Just wanted to double check because of resistances, vulnerabilities, and so on.
I think there's only one thing in the entire D&D that has force.
Yeah, but I couldn't remember if Eldritch Blast was force or something else, so I just wanted to double check.
Force. It is force.
But yes, it is force. Can you feel the force? Yes, I can. So that's all.
May
the
the Eldritch
reactions
Blast
out
be
of the
with
way.
you.
Now it's going to make a couple of slams against Brucon because the dice decided to go that way.
No, he has no AC.
16 to hit is the lowest of the two.
Yep. And then
Okay,
they
that's
both
2
hit
hits.
He's still a healthy, sturdy boy.
for the
Still
time
got that
being.
com, so that
Yeah.
should help.
And
Everyone's
and still a
like
dwarf.
everyone's 3 to 4 times my hit points, so you should all be safe.
The first fist does 12 damage, so you get a Leobrin in damage. And
This
the
is how we
second
shall
one,
measure all
weirdly,
damage
is
from now
also a
on.
12, so you get hit with 2
Two Leobrin.
Leobrins and do 24 damage to you.
Oh my god!
Well, that sucked. Let's not make a thing about that.
Could have been. Oh no, it wouldn't have been instant death.
No.
It would have been.
No.
Oh,
it's
my
two
God.
It would have been 2 failed saves. But
It's 24
you
points of
got
damage.
double Leo.
Brucon still standing, but I'm guessing quite bloody at this point.
Oh yeah,
Oh, buddy. Hold on! Hold on!
I can take one more of those.
it's fine. If it comes around to my
and
turn, I will nuke it.
well, this creature is definitely survival orientated. It's going back into the ground. Brucon, it has got movement. It didn't move very far. It's going back in the ground. Brucon, would you like to make a opportunity attack?
Damn straight I would.
Yeah. And remember, you've got an advantage because of the weak point, so you can go straight in with that advantage.
I remembered the advantage. However, the best I rolled there was 10.
Oh no. Sorry.
Sad face.
I really feel for you. That's yeah. Not been Brucon's day so far. Apart from the stone cunning thing, that was a very good idea. At last, we can still turn this around. So he goes back in the ground. Let's go through you guys in order, one at a time. What you like to do first? Fleeting. What do you want to do?
I will ready a dodge.
Seth, what would you like to do? The dagger is on the floor by Brucon.
Brucon, how bad do you look?
Not great. I'm on 16 hit points.
Can I go over to Brucon? Is there any way to prepare a take the hit? Like, if it goes to hit Brucon.
Just a heads up, Brucon's plans do not include staying right where he is. This is not a...
I love that. I go up to Brucon, I get really prepared in front of him, turn around, he's not there.
Yep, that's pretty much how this is going to play out.
Yes. Leobrin is planning on nuking this guy when it arrives.
I've never come across it myself. However, I've always liked the idea of doing that kind of self-sacrifice, like, bodyguard style, jumping in front of somebody. And for me, mechanically, action is to ready that, to ready a dive in front of somebody.
I'm going to draw another dagger, prepare the same action, and just say again, why do I not have any fucking magic?
You can pick up the one from the ground if you would like. I'll say that you can do that instead of drawing another one, and it just counts as a free action, just because you're right where it is. So.
Okay, yeah.
Saves losing a dagger. Sorry, Brucon.
Cool. I'll do that and just lament on not having any magic to hit this guy with.
Okay. All right. That's you then. Neris, what are you doing?
Is it still above ground?
Currently, no.
Did Brucon get Brucon's only acted the once. Oh, hang on, no, never mind. Sorry, I'm talking rubbish. No, that's not true at all. Sorry, carry on.
Okay. Not ready an attack, but again, she's just gonna be looking around.
Ready with the shadow blade to throw it or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonus action, summon it back.
I already did that.
I think. Oh yeah. So yeah, I should have. Yeah, because that shouldn't have happened during the reaction. But we'll say it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
You've
Yes.
now got it
Okay.
as a bonus action, so it's all good. Everything's fine.
Yes.
We'll remember that for next time because reactions get muddy. Okay. Cool. You're ready with the shadow blade. Next up, top of the round, over to Leobrin. What are you preparing?
Leobrin. Now that this thing is basically popping up and popping back down and popping up, this is a routine. Leobrin prepares Shatter.
Oh yeah, boy, good call.
Fantastic.
Let's get rid of this annoyance.
That's a very, very good call.
Yeah, aiming the bubble to not hit allies if possible.
Yeah. No problem. And yourself included in that, of course.
Yes.
I'm not me.
I am my own ally.
I'm going to hit myself because I need to. Brucon, your turn.
Brucon's going to scramble up the rocks. He's decided that the kind of going toe to toe with this thing's shins is not working out great. So maybe if he gets access to a point higher up, something will somehow work out better. So yeah, he's going to go and scamper over and climb up to as high as he can get.
So with your strength of 14, you could high jump 3 foot plus. You could high jump 5 feet and then reach a bit further, which would help you scrabble up the rocks. However, if you'd like to use a key point to use Step of the Wind and double that, I'll say no check required. You can just hop up onto the rocks.
Yep. That's exactly how I want that to play.
full tremors up onto the rocks, and actually balancing on what's left of the foam that I had to cut out of the studio, which is making up the rocks tonight. Guest appearance, ladies and gentlemen.
Balancing.
Hey.
So you're up on the rocks. That's your bonus action to step of the wind, so you've still got an action.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Yeah. Just dodge.
Yeah, sounds good.
For the
All right.
time being.
And then Malar finally.
Malar will, as a bonus action, sort of where this thing has been bopping in and out of the ground, he will summon a spiritual weapon.
Yep.
As a bonus action, and as his action, he will ready Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead! I got a little hammer for you. Well, it's actually a pickaxe, but it'll do.
Close enough.
You can't really see that from above, but alas, it's amusing me.
My Grave Cleric in the other campaign I'm in uses spiritual weapon, and theirs is a scythe, and it is the bane of werewolves. That scythe has killed like 14 werewolves since I joined that campaign. It's ridiculous. Slices through them. Great spell.
Wait, there's another campaign that has a load of werewolves in it? Hang on a minute, what's going on here?
Well, in this case, it's because we're doing Curse of Strahd.
I do want to play that.
Horror Conference Best Hits.
Yeah, we'd love to do that.
Bart's other campaign is called Teen Wolf.
It's actually called the Flurry of Bros.
Nice.
I'm out. I'm out.
I'm
Done.
Marta, it wasn't me.
What my joke, not me. It was already called that before I joined.
It's a fact, not a joke.
I'm out.
Fair enough. I did it! Yes! How many XP did that get me?
Marta, is Marta still on Discord? Oh god. Hello?
Yeah, she's still
gone.
I did taking control of Neris. She
Okay.
prepared every fire spell.
Okay.
I defeated not merely another character, but an actual human being. That's got to be worth some XP, surely.
Look.
Through the forest.
Just make this nice and clear. All right, Marta. Whatever I said, whatever I did, I didn't mean it.
No, it's not you.
Oh no!
And this is really crossing just whatever is bearable at this point. I can't even entertain these puns anymore.
Jack, it's not you, it's the pun.
Yeah, we're going on a bear pun.
I hate everybody right now.
Out of ground behind Leobrin, the thing appears.
Everyone, go!
Oh no, Leo, no!
So those ready attacks, go!
Heyo, who's going first?
Who?
I'm happy to go
okay,
first.
We'll go with. I'm just working on the stream screen, so let's go with Seth first.
Is it 20 feet or more?
It's much further than 20 feet.
Camera's dropped a bit.
It is within 60. My camera's dropped.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's camera.
19 on the dice.
19 on the dice. That was with the disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Nice, still hits. Good job.
Why am I? Oh my god! I instantly went stupid. I'm struggling to do 1 plus 5. I rolled 6 damage.
Nice. Again, the dagger hits, bounces off it, and Leobrin, you manage to dodge out the way of the dagger as it falls to the ground near you, just like.
You sure you don't want to brain me with a dagger, Jack?
No,
I'm sitting there.
Seth's already brained himself with the dagger.
I'm sitting there staring at a 1, going, "What do I do?"
What does this mean? Malar, you had a ready.
The dead.
Toll the Dead. So
Sorry,
wisdom
I need
save.
a wisdom save.
I rolled a 10 this time, so that succeeds, and it's taking damage. So roll that d12.
It is. It's 2d12 as well, isn't it?
Oh, because you rolled a 5. Yeah.
Charge him up.
Oh, that's going to be 15 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
Necrotic damage to rocks.
Did you hear this ominous?
Because as we know,
hole?
rocks decompose.
And some of
Life
the rocks
cleric.
start to.
Entropy gets us all.
It does.
As a life cleric, do you ever get to add your wisdom modifier to your thing?
No.
Fleeting Look was dodging, as was Brucon. So, Leobrin, your shatter.
Hello. Yes.
Do
This
the
creature is
thing.
made of stone.
Yes, it is. And
So it needs
is
to make
vulnerable
a-
to thunder damage.
It needs to make a DC 15 Constitution save with disadvantage.
Constitution saving throw, you say?
Constitution. DC
Fortunately,
15.
it is quite constitutional. But that disadvantage helped a lot. 11 fails. So, yes. Roll
so
max
it's-
damage.
It's not max damage.
No, sorry,
far as I'm
mass
aware.
damage. I said just roll
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the double damage.
Roll a
the-
lot.
Sorry,
It
no,
is-
roll the damage.
Roll the
and I
normal
double it.
damage.
Yeah, I will double whatever
Was
you
it
roll.
4d8?
I rolled 21.
So that is 42 points of damage to it.
Hey, for session 42. Woo.
Hey, is this the
Yay!
is this the meaning of its death?
42 points of damage
Print screen.
is exactly what you needed to get it to the magical
Nice.
126 hit points. So
Come
describe to us,
on.
Leobrin, how you destroy the Earth Elemental.
So this thing is like bubbling up out of the ground in front of Leobrin, and he's just like, "Ah!" just steps back in shock, slams hands together, and yes, I mean everyone is got a ringing in their ears. There is. Does it make a sound? It doesn't say it makes that 300 feet sound, so it
It says
doesn't.
a sudden loud ringing noise, painfully
Yeah.
intense.
Yes, I mean the thing just explodes. Everyone has probably got that grey look of being covered in dust, rubble dust.
Yes, stone
Hooray.
dust. It's imagine, I guess, that classic image of a like an opera singer singing the certain key that then shatters the glass. That, but with stone. The being just crumbles and just bursts out into array
Upon-
of stone around you all.
Upon being covered in rock dust, Leobrin is looking down at himself, going, "Nope, nope, 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 nope."
All I'm imagining is that Neris is still the only one with a prepared attack, so I'm just picturing her holding this massive shadow blade, like, and she's just still holding it like he's fucking dead.
It disintegrated in fear.
It's just there with this shadow blade just looking at. Well then, just gotta let's go as it dissipates,
All right.
and
So,
starts like prestidigitating the dust off of herself.
yay!
Not off Leo.
It's not mending, but hey, it does. You're still cleaning things
Yeah.
out. Nice.
But I don't have to say anything, so it's actually really cool because it just starts happening.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you don't even have to. Because of your background, you don't need to do any of those things. You can just stand there.
Full
and
on.
happens.
Full on Disney princess.
Nice.
Yeah.
Full on action hero, like where they go into a big fight and they somehow come out pristine, whereas
Walking away
everyone
from
else
the
is covered in.
explosion.
Nah, she's just got her own theme song. It's like, cool guys don't get covered in explosions.
All right. Now that the dust has quite literally settled from the
Wait.
exploding earth elemental,
I hate today.
I mean, if you hate puns, that's just. I mean, I'm sorry, because that is literally my life. I can't guarantee I will never pun again. For to pun is to
Yeah.
live. To
We're
live
42
to
episodes
pun.
in. If you can't handle it,
It's the meaning of life. 42. The meaning of life is puns, apparently, to me. Anyway, moving on. The dust has settled, and now you guys, after that interruption, are free to try and pick up the tracks again, pick up the trail, and continue following if that's what you'd like to do. But it's totally up to you what you want to do now.
I'm gonna ask Leo. Leo, can you sense any magic coming from them? Was there anything that was animating them or anything like that?
Leobrin has like pulled some branches off trees and is like trying to beat the dust off himself.
Do you need a hand?
Yes. Can you do anything about this? Yes. I mean, I can look for magic.
I'm gonna go over him, and I'm probably covered in some dust as well, so I'm probably not helping much with the whole brushing dust.
Oh, you're wiping down with your dusty hands.
Yeah.
Leopold will like bat you away with the branch of the leafy branch of the tree.
No,
It's like,
I'm-
no,
I'm
we're good,
helping.
we're good,
I'm
I'm
helping.
good.
It's okay.
No, I'm fine by myself, thank you. Let's find the people we're looking for.
As he
And
starts detecting magic, I start brushing him down again.
God damn it. Fine.
Okay, so with detect magic, from here, you're not getting a magical sense.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
It's probably Disney princess time again.
Birds just.
So I mean,
Yeah.
we've got a growing list of options for what that phrase actually denotes.
It's a
I'm
very
sorry.
diverse phrase. It
Who-
could mean anything.
Who did the Disney princess sound effect then?
I don't know.
It wasn't me.
Not I, Gov. Sorry,
Oh,
not I, said the duck.
Oh, Jack.
Well, what can I say? I am the real Disney princess after all. So,
Okay, Jacqueline.
after that,
I don't think
revelation.
Marta can sink any lower in a chair of disappointment.
She's just
Oh,
wait-
you
she's
didn't
just-
watch the live gaming stream.
You know that Marta just biding her time until she gets nearest to become a dragon or some shit, or ride a dragon, or something to do with a dragon, and then she'll be like, yeah, out of the chair.
Ultimate power.
Yeah. She's going to be that scene from Family Guy where he's on the luck dragon just sitting on top of it going, yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
And yet,
I hate
another
all of you.
reference. I'm so
We
sorry.
love us.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You're trying to kill me in real life today. Like, just
It's working. You've sunk like 60%. You're almost down to our level of comedy.
Doctor, what's she dying of? She's embarrassment.
no, just loss of will to live and faith in humanity.
I've never seen such a physical representation of losing the will to live.
Everybody's rolls to hit have been successful today.
Just critted on puns.
Yeah, critted right in here, which you
we
can't
need-
see because I've sunk too far.
We need to join Martha. She just needs to slow it down.
I mean, I could just move the
There
camera
we
up.
go.
That would be easier.
Don't use intelligence in this. Only Brucon has that now.
I'm so small.
So, with you all
The hell is happening?
significantly shorter for some reason,
Oh, so it's going to be one of those, is it?
all right. So
I hope a new person joins the stream right now.
it's like, why can't we see anyone? Sorry, is this
Why
everyone's
doesn't no one
grandparents
have a
trying to use
camera
Zoom
angle?
for the first time? What is this?
Our party name. We are the Talking Heads.
Oh,
Hey.
I love that
Pretty.
that Dan's the only one that's just like, fuck you guys, I'm not participating in this.
It's very fleeting look on brand. So, with that creature taken care of and clearing the dust, trying to clear the dust from each other, you're free to continue on with what you were doing. So, what are you doing?
I can't reach my beer.
Leobrin will try to talk to the birds in the air.
What are you going to say?
Excuse me. Has anyone seen any humanoids, two-footers, I believe they're called, pass through here? Or no flappies? I don't know what the appropriate term is.
So when you look up the sky at this point, because you're in the edge of the clearing, you can see the sky starting to darken. And, it's dusk pretty much. No birds in the sky answer your call. However, you do hear one voice coming from in the tree line behind you. This way.
Hello. Who is that?
Who are you?
My name is Leobrin. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello. Sorry. Yeah.
Ooh.
You've seen people come through?
I have. I saw them too. This way.
Oh, lovely. Wonderful. Thank you for being so accommodating.
I don't know what that means.
Could you describe them for me while we start heading this way?
The people were too. This way did they go? A sanity check. Need a sanity check. Yes, there's an owl that speaks in rhyming couplets, but it's exceedingly awful ones.
Yes, rhyming couplets that only end in ooh.
There was a man. He began to go this way alone until accompanied by a gnome.
Well done.
Cute. Cough.
Ah, wonderful. I believe that is the people. That is the description of the people we seek. Very, very helpful. Yes, we will follow you.
This way.
Could I ask? Yes, if you could fly low and slowly, so we can follow you. I'm afraid we're not very good at trailing, but we'll give up. We'll do our best. And then to everyone else in the party. Yes, we're following, I believe, an owl. I've only heard them so far, but they sound very owly.
What has happened to our lives?
So we're going to go through all this and discover that the owl was in fact a parrot. Just having like an identity crisis.
So we're following
Don't
an
tempt me,
owl
Frodo.
now. After the squirrel and after the rat, we're now
Yeah.
following an owl.
So at that point, I want to check in. Can I check in on Nibbles?
Check what on Nibble, sorry.
As in, like, check in with.
Oh, check in with him. Oh, of course.
Nibbles, where are you?
I'm here.
And he kind of scampers out from the tree line, not far from where Leobrin's been chatting to an owl, apparently.
As I like kind of half watch Leo Bryn talk to a bird. I was like, Nibbles, have you found anything? Like, what's the sitch?
I was hiding from the elemental, the rock thing, but I think I've got the smeller done.
Okay.
Is it the way the owl's going?
What owl?
The one that our resident, I guess, animal friend Leo Bryn is talking to. He keeps talking to animals. It's a little freaky.
I don't know, maybe. Possibly. I don't know where the owl's going. That's follow me.
Leo,
Okay.
He's talking
where's the
to-
owl going?
As I'm talking to a rat, I'm just gonna be like, it's fucking creepy. He's talking to an owl.
Double standards.
Right.
Okay.
So,
This way.
guys, let's follow Nibbles. He's got this scent again. I don't know what the hell the owl's saying. It's hooting at me.
Are we going the same way as the owl?
Nibbles.
Follow.
The Oberon, you notice the owl is trying to lead you, or the voice of the owl is trying to lead you in the same direction.
Excellent.
Let's go.
You can just hear beating of wings, and you still can't see the owl at this time.
It's all
Okay.
con.
And you get so you continue through the forest, following Nibbles. Seems to be this time with a bit more purpose than before. And then he rolled that. He gets to a clearing. Sorry, not a clearing. He gets to an outcrop. There's a little stream running through the forest, and there he kind of loses the scent, but turns to you.
It's probably the other side of the river. Maybe. Possibly.
You've been going for about, I'd say about half an hour at this point. Maybe an hour. The owl is still with you, but it's still in the vicinity, you're aware. Sorry, James.
How far across is the river? Is it like a big river? Like
it's a stream.
10 foot?
It's a lot for Nibbles. It's fine for the rest of you. You could walk across it. It's just like there's a kind of a ford in front of you.
Can we just cross it then?
Yeah, you can cross it easily. It's Nibbles is a bit too small, and so he kind of wants to hop up onto. He goes to hop into Neris's pocket if you're gonna let him.
I'll motion to Nibbles to just jump on.
I could see you trying to talk until you realised your mic was up.
Yep.
Okay. He does so. You feel him just jump into your pockets. You don't even have to look. You can still hear the owl hooting Leobrin, but obviously you'd need to recast if you want to talk to him or her.
Yeah.
Before we go in the river, can I just make a perception check to see if there's a water elemental? I'm just afraid of
Yeah.
nature
Keeping an eye out for danger. Fair enough. Make a perception check.
Oh, 15 on the dice. Plus perception. 18 overall.
18. Okay. Look at the river. It's more of a trickle. It's not moving particularly quickly. No sign of any other elemental beings at this time. Leobrin, you recast Speak with Animals. He's here.
Not far now. Follow this way.
Still the same direction?
Yep, still straight ahead. Making a beeline.
Cool.
Let's cross the river.
Crossing the river you go. You continue following the sound of the owl. And up ahead of you can see the edge of the forest, the tree line of the forest. It's night now, so you can't see far beyond it, but you sense that you're coming to the edge of the forest.
Okay.
And then you hear, sounding a bit more doubting this time, the owl.
Mr. or Mrs. Owl, I didn't even get your name. Are you okay?
Oh, hang on.
And he, fluttering down from the canopy, you see a wood pigeon.
Sorry, I've lost the trail. I seem to have failed.
It's probably rather dark for you. Well, it's been you've been very wonderfully helpful so far, I believe.
Try, I must. In order to do you just.
Oh, that's so quick.
Yes. Well, you can probably head home to bed and have a lovely night's sleep. It's getting a bit dark, and I will will find someone more suited to the dark hours.
I hope your travel is safe as you go. For an owl to be is a pigeon to know.
Starts fluttering away while Marta is dying a little bit in the chair.
No, I'm pretty sure everyone's dying.
Marta, you may want to think a little bit.
I'm tuning you guys out. I can't.
It's just white noise now. All right.
Every time the pigeon speaks, I die a little.
Killing me softly with his coos.
So we're at the edge of the forest.
Yeah.
So can we see anything?
So it's
night.
night.
What do we see beyond the forest?
So you can see just about to the edge of your dark vision now, because it is proper night at this point. You can see that it's grassland ahead, and you can see in the distance. You can see some torchlight. It looks like some kind of settlement, but it is still a bit of a way away, about a mile or so to get there.
Do we need to take a quick rest before we carry on? We've been
Please,
traveling literally all
yes,
day.
please, yes.
Take a little short rest on the edge of the
Short
forest.
rest.
Yeah. Okay, by all means you can do so. Are you all short resting, or is somebody going to take watch just in case?
If we're going to short rest, can I?
I mean, we're not asleep.
Are we?
No, but I mean, because yeah, fair enough. You can patch yourselves up, but I'm saying if somebody didn't need short rest, maybe they just be keeping a lookout while you're resting.
Are we near a river still?
Not anymore, no.
Are there any rocks near?
I mean, there are lots of small rocks, sure.
Any bigger rocks?
Not really in this area. There's the forest canopy. There's various shrubs and things, but there's no real rock formations in this area. There's grassland out of the forest as well.
Okay. Just wanted to check, but I also think that Martha may need to go.
No worries, guys. I was going to wrap it up here anyway before you head back. So if you want a short rest here, this would be a good point to stop, actually, wouldn't it? On the edge of the forest, you can short rest. We'll pick things up from here next week. So we will have a stream session next week. The week after that, we will have a week off. It'll be a suitable point in the campaign to kind of have a little break, so I can sort out some other stuff. But then we'll be back. So yeah, so next week, tune in for us next week, and we'll be talking all about everything that went down in this session here on the channel on Friday for a campaign diary for this session and the one before, to see what's been going on there. Come and join me for that, 5 p.m. on Friday here on the channel. But anyway, thank you all guys for tonight, and thank you at home for watching as well. And until next time, everyone, stay safe. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.